knows two fingers. He lost an eye. Through being a carpenter. So I guess I got lucky. I made it to 73 and I got my details. I used to do little tree carpenters. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'd be there too. Yeah. Building cabins. Right. Okay. Oh. Yeah, but if somebody wants a custom cabinet, it's going to be better. I mean, I'll get you quotes, you know, I'll get you not quotes as far as Massachusetts. Oh, really? Got maybe 2 display cabinets. I figured out what it cost, stuck in the price. Yeah. And he said, good price, buy already. I'll put an order here for twice as what you were asking.
He's a new guy. We have 2 new guys. One got from the Rock, one got from the Taunton.
That's tough, I know. Yeah. Because there's too many Japanese places out there.
He said, cheaper
than I could buy the wall.
that's what I got.
I mean, I wasn't buying the whole thing. I was buying it for millions.
He was just here.
People steal it.
That was the green man on the library. I got him. And the other guy is gone. I don't know. If I knew that.
I'm almost out. You don't realize how fast you go through these things. Yeah.
Oh. Here it is. Here.
But I did do stuff.
You got David back.
From a strong piece to a hand. You put stuff in knife marks. People appreciate it. Yeah, there's so many different types of people. They have every damn knife.
So, yeah, after we talked about it one time, I just bought those and I got it. I think I have enough pens.
Yeah, it's like me. I got a bunch of pens. You got a bunch of markers.
So,
I have a bag of them. There you go.
and I figure if someone walks off with the one that we have, it's all good.
5-minute warning, everybody.
I do the same thing. I don't prepare on the
Eric.
That's right. How are you? Thank you very much. All right. Yeah, nice suntan you're working in there, son.
I've been out a lot lately. Menial labor, hard labor.
New members can see me if they want
Spanish
on a
labor,
page.
because it's called Manuel.
Exactly.
Manuel labor.
Prorated for the rest of the year for new members.
I was out there every day last week at my house working.
Yeah, half price. I think it's fair.
I've given you a little gift. It's great stuff. I want you to leave it there, though.
Oh, this thing?
Yeah.
All right.
Just when people are doing a show and tell,
Oh, okay.
they'll pick them up.
Okay. I wondered why that was sitting there.
There's the total line.
I'm gonna need another name tag.
Okay. Excellent.
All right.
People keep showing up.
That term loosely.
Yes, I will.
Uh,
Hey, Dave.
Yeah. So our pricing
Keep
meeting's
that
on the
with you?
15th.
Perfect. That is for the stuff that's being given away.
Yeah,
from
we'll.
Rockland?
Whoever's there, we stare at everything and try to come up with a price.
Sure. Here, Bob, you want to hang on to these for the moment?
Yeah. I know we're gonna be so popular.
Some of those. What's that?
So where are we now? We're in June.
They're not mine.
We've
I
got
really
a fair
don't.
committee.
I really don't want them. I have enough.
Well, these might be red.
Those are 50-50.
June 17.
Anybody drop a bunch of tickets with a rubber band on them? I got the rubber band.
Oh. Speaking of tickets, oh yeah.
Uh,
Oh yeah.
Hey, Bob. Yes, sir. I don't think Dave from the network and Kenmore, where is he?
3 weeks in the hospital.
Really? Name tag? First guy I got.
are you gonna? I just want to. I'm gonna run through our schedule, load in, load out. Are you gonna talk about Tuesday, or are you gonna leave that for another day?
The Tuesday, refresh me.
After we load in, that day to move things to the storage. You want to talk about that today or later?
I think we'll have.
We call that man glitter.
I'm thinking on Monday, if we have the stuff on a trailer, we can stop there afterwards, but I know it's a long day. Tuesday would probably be our best bet, so
Yeah.
I'll talk about that.
Okay.
I'm gonna split it with the wife. What she doesn't know won't hurt me.
Let's get everybody seated. We're going to get this party started.
What's he? Yes.
We got a lot coming up.
Well, good.
Everybody thinks I'm Nigel.
Listen, Nigel doesn't get mad, but trust me, he gets even.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for him, he's slippery.
All right. So, welcome everybody. I might have go around and have some of the new people that showed up tonight tell a little bit about yourself, how long you've been turning, or what your interests are, and who you are. So, why don't we start with you, Dick?
I'm Dick Hannaford. I professionally work for Push Buffalo. I run their workforce training center. I've been returning for about 12 years, but there's a number of years in there when the kids came that kind of slacked off for a while. But I've been pretty much more consistently the last 4 years. Grew up around, my father's a carpenter, we did a lot of home projects, and every house we lived in was done. But super excited to get connected. I actually
we have it on YouTube now. So if you want to go back and see, you'll be able to do that. How about you, Nate?
Hi, Nate Backus. I'm a retired nurse, but I still work as a nurse. I've been woodworking for about 45, almost 50 years. Basically since grade school. Actually, seriously, almost 50 years. Been wood turning the last 20. The first thing I turned was on a drill press. And then, about 5 years after that, I got my first lathe diploma in craft and tube, so that came with nothing but the tubes and the valves for it. I had to put it together so it would turn things. And then I jumped up to over 1624.
That's a great lathe.
It's capable. It won't be out here capacity on it, and I pretty much make things that are round.
It sounds familiar.
Yeah.
You might be in the right place.
Right. Ted? Thanks. Very good. Well, welcome everybody. And we'll introduce yourself to people. We have a lot of interesting turners here, all walks of life, and I'm sure you're going to connect well with any of them. And we'll, each meeting for the next few meetings, we'll keep really close contact with you guys. If there's anything you need, we'll help explain a little bit about what we've been doing with the club, and so you're caught up to speed. So.
See me for your dues.
Yeah, this is the treasurer. He takes dues, and at this month it's prorated to half, so it's 15, right?
Right.
So
Something new we just started.
okay. So Derek's not here. Pete, you want to start?
Sure. So, beginning balance was $5,963.62. We brought in $30 in membership dues. We didn't sell any of these logos. I do have them with me. They're $2 a piece if you want them. Last month we did $29 for 50/50. Through membership donations, we had $5 through donations outside of the club from the Kenmore
Improvement Society.
Improvement Society. We brought in $420.30. Cash out was an expense of $140. That was to the filing fee for the incorporation. We still have $500 for a supplier. Computer equipment was at $875. Brian just handed me a receipt for $628.82, leaving him a balance of $246.18 for computer equipment. Ending balance was $6,307.92, with available $4,932.92. I haven't subtracted what I'm about to give Brian out of this yet, so that will reflect in next month.
Good. Any questions? All right. Richard, you got anything for us?
No, I'm good.
Okay. We'll move on to the Nigel Hour.
For our new members, we're gearing up for the county fair. A lot of our effort goes towards donating wood items, turned items that we then sell at the county fair, all to benefit Make-A-Wish. And last year we came startlingly close to $50,000, so we're hoping to do at least as well this year. There's a bin here marked Make-A-Wish. Anybody who's brought things for Make-A-Wish, either put it in the bin or give it to me, please. I just sent an email to the whole group, not including our new members, with the sign-up link. The last few years, we've had the sign-up website, and it's been a little loose, and it hasn't mattered because we got tickets from Pepper, who, if you haven't met Pepper, you should meet Pepper. This year, Pepper is not distributing tickets. Everybody must sign up. One sign up per shift per person, please. That's the only way that I'll know how to distribute tickets. All of the tickets are going to come to me, and I have the fun task of then finding out who they go to. I can see in the sign up who has signed up for each day. As far as I know, Bob's going to train me, but as far as I know, I have to go through and then pick out how many days has Mark signed up for, how many shifts, I should say. If you think you're going to come in, say, for a morning shift and stay for a second shift, you still only need one ticket. If you're going to come in the morning, leave during the day, and come back, you still only need one ticket. What you have to do is remember to say to the nice people at the gate, please give me a tattoo. So, yeah, and I'm really emphasizing this because we have a limited number of tickets, and if we run out, our only option then is to buy tickets, which we've never previously had to do. Day one, and this is a good example of how short we are of tickets. Day one, we have no tickets. So the way we're going to get in is everybody gets in by donating 4 cans of food. We are going to purchase, or maybe we have.
I'll get it closer.
We're gonna purchase a lot of cans, and we'll have the fun of distributing those as well. So
we'll have them in bags of 4, so all I gotta do is grab their bag, get in,
yeah,
be ready to go.
I think I'm coordinating at the moment with the county fair. I think I'll have tickets in hand so that at our August 6th meeting, that's the day I can hand out tickets.
Usually don't have an August meeting just because it's closest to the fair, but that's putting us pretty tight.
It is
We're
tight.
getting into club 2.
Well, if I can do it for the month sooner, I will.
Yeah, if we can get it in earlier.
Okay.
I'll
thanks.
talk to Amanda too, because I got to drop off this forest. See if we
All right,
can get it.
then I didn't say that. How about we say tentatively the July meeting?
Yeah.
As long as I can get them in my hand, we'll do it in July. If not, I'll probably have to do something like give you my address and tell you to come to me. Okay, so the schedule, the big picture, the county fair starts on the 12th and it ends on the 24th. We're going to do a load-in on Monday the 10th, and there are slots on that day for volunteers, and we're going to do the load-out on Tuesday the 25th. I'd be happy to send the schedule out in a little email if you like. I mean, it's there in the sign-up sheet, but I'll send out a big picture email for everybody. The planning committee for the fair meets 2 more times, on June 17 and on July 15. July 15 is the day that we do pricing. So that means, as much as possible, anything that's coming to the fair, can we please have it by that date? If not, we can manage, but that's certainly what we'd like. And the final thing, if I've just about used up my hour, I'm going to send out a message asking for volunteers to make some display risers. We have a fairly good set of black boxes that can stack. I think we could do with a few more, and I'll make a quick drawing showing shapes and sizes, and I'll send out an email and ask for a few people to help. What did I
When
forget?
people sign up on sign-up sheet, if it's you, your wife, your daughter, please make sure those are 3 separate sign-ups. It's the only way we can tally the tickets. Each one of those signups in there, you know, takes a spot away from
Right.
the overall, so we have to have everybody put into the system separately. I know it's easy, I used to do it with my wife too, I put her on mine and, you know, but it's gotta be separated.
Yeah, and actually, I was wrong earlier today. I looked again, and so far everybody has done.
Okay, good.
So that's fantastic.
Is the password still gonna be the same?
Yes. Yes, because it's
Actually-
it's your password.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
actually what you see that he sent out as a link takes you right to sign up. You don't have to go through our website to the members page, put in bull gouge. You gotta go right to sign up,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
And then you'll set up your email in there with the password, and that'll become your access.
And I imagine it's just the name of that email, sign up, so that you can find it.
Okay? If you lose it, send one of us an email. We'll get it back out to you.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's all I've got.
Very good. So,
Thanks.
yes, sir.
Just for information, I took Ken Turtle from the Rockford Club down to Make-A-Wish today and gave him $100 check.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
That's great.
Good to know. Keep track of that. So, you heard about the Monday, which we're gonna go set up. We have one more thing to do on Tuesday. It's not as big a deal, but we have to go to Buffalo Woodturning Products, get anything else out from Spire, shelving, and get it moved. We're gonna be taking on a storage facility that's right down the street from the fair. So we're gonna need a few hands on deck for doing that. That won't show up in the sign-up sheet, but if you guys would come and see Nigel or myself or Mark, I'm putting him on the hook. He didn't know I was gonna do that.
He knew it was coming.
To kind of keep track of who would help us out, and then we're just gonna move that stuff over. It'll be a light load because we're taking most everything the day before.
I've got a pickup truck.
Yep, that would be great. I got a trailer. We'll bring that, so we'll easily get it. It's not a lot.
I noticed that the fair ends on Sunday, but we're not gonna tear down until Tuesday.
I'm sorry, I'm wrong. We're tearing down the
On
day on the Monday.
Monday.
Yeah,
Thank you.
we
Monday.
have
Yeah,
to.
they want us out of there.
Yeah, Monday.
Very good. Any questions on Make-A-Wish? Anything going on? Okay. Move on quickly to the next one. As Pete alluded, we applied for the incorporation. That's been done. The bylaws have been submitted to the AAW. They're accepted. So we're moving along at a good rate with that. New business. We need to buy a lathe for the club. With tax, and we will get this tax back. With tax, it's about $16.30. Without tax, $14.99 for the lathe. Okay, so
Free shipping.
we need to vote on this, and no shipping. Shipping is free.
What kind of lathe? Are we going to one lathe here?
Yes,
What kind of lathe?
Powermatic. So brand new.
So what it is,
5-year warranty.
it's a Powermatic 1420, has an 1.25" by 8" spindle on it. I talked with Powermatic today. They said from the time we placed the order, it was shipped within 2 to 3 business days and arrive at wherever we want it to arrive within 5 days. So we're having plenty of time for the fair. The shipping is free. Once we become tax exempt, we'll get our, they will refund our sales tax.
Okay. So we're going to take a quick vote. All in favor of purchasing this lathe, raise your hand. Look good. Okay. It'll be perfect for tops. That's what we were thinking about. Hmm? What was
You have it one or two?
One.
one lathe? It's
I've got like a small jet that I can bring over.
well, we've taken the other spot out of the sign up, so it's just that one lathe now. We're doing a little bit different setup. You'll have front and center. Wood scroll saws are going to have their own tent. We're going to have ours. We have we're going to have a grinding station. Okay, so we're setting up a grinder. We got the new grinder. We'll have the lathe. It'll be, self-contained.
The sign up says large lathe. That's really just a. It really only needs to say lathe
Yeah.
now.
The big thing you need to know, it's 1 1/4 inch thread.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. So it takes full-size chucks.
Yeah.
One of the reasons of getting this. Plus it has a 5-year warranty on it for us, so we're starting off, with something that is going to give us plenty of life. In August, like I said, we're going to be renting the storage facility. It's 1.2 miles from the fairgrounds, straight shot right down the road. You don't even need to make a turn. It's in a climate-controlled facility. It's brand new, so it'll be nice that our wood is being protected in there, and we'll store our lathe there, our grinder, so nothing will rust in that kind of facility. So that'll be good. For those of you that don't know, we were just talking about Pepper. This is Pepper.
Is it any good or?
Yeah, it was
Oh, it was all good. Yeah.
So, the thing about the storage facility is, I've spoken with Make-A-Wish. The money for that will come out of the proceeds from the fair. They were like all over it, saying, you should take it from here, so it will not affect the club's financial status. Okay, we'll be able to take that, put it towards it. We've been in touch with the storage facility company. We're expecting to start renting in August, so we'll be going through that. Next month's meeting, just a little bit of a change. We're going to have it at Quincy's shop, okay? We'll send this out, so you don't need to write it down if you don't want to, but it's at 718 Hurdle Avenue in Buffalo, okay? This is the most important thing I'll say today. It's BYOC. You have to bring your own chair, okay? So, I know almost everybody has some kind of fold-up chair. Bring your chair, because there's not a whole lot of seating. It's plenty of room, but not a lot of seating. We are going to provide pizza and beverages, so we'll have a little bit of a get-together, and we'll still have, show and tell, so you can bring that. So, hope everybody enjoys that. In addition to that one, like we usually don't have our meeting in August, okay? So that would be, September will start again. I don't have anybody lined up for a demo for September. So if anybody would like to volunteer, please see me.
But September is usually the presentation of the check to make.
Oh, that's right. Never mind, we won't need a demo. I know there's a reason I didn't book anything. And then for October meeting, we're going to do something different. We have a live video feed. Carl Jacobson, who owns Niles Bottle Stoppers Company, is going to be doing the demo for us. Okay, so we'll have him live via the screens, and you can interact with him, ask questions, and he's going to be demoing the joiner jig. And those of you that don't know what that is, that's an offset jig that they produce. It's relatively inexpensive. It's a $98 jig. So for the kind of things that it can do, and he'll show you, it's kind of neat. So that'll be something different that we haven't done, at least since I've been involved in the club. So we're looking forward to that. And hopefully if that works out, we're gonna look at more of that kind of stuff to let us see demos from other people outside of our area. President's Challenge this month was, you know, if you could do a box or a wall, so, you know, the master of them here comes in with 3 dozen, and, you know, he'll be doing the next demo on boxes, okay? And Stuart brought in his jig again if anybody wants to take measurements and get some information off that, or have any more questions that you thought about since last week, see Stuart. Okay. Next month, based on the demo that Rockler was going to do for us tonight, we're going to bring an item that you tried a new type of finish on that you haven't tried before. Okay, that should be easy. And so that being said, that's most of the bulk of the meeting. We had a showing last weekend at Rockler. Brad was gracious enough to host us over there. Pete and I were there. Nate came in, and that's where we met him. And he has joined the club. It was a great event. A lot of people there. You know, we got to talk to a lot of individuals. So we want to keep, you know, making sure we're fostering these relationships. If we can help them out, and you know, gets us more exposure, and we'll go from there. So we'll keep you guys informed. If you want to be involved in anything in the future, you know, to help us out, please, you know, we'd love to have you. Why don't we do the 50-50 drawing? We'll take a quick break, and then we'll get on to Brad.
Do you have one of those?
No, I don't. Yeah, I got all
You do
kinds
now.
of tickets.
I know.
Oh, it's show and tell stuff. We gotta do show and tell. You guys gotta keep me honest, really. So, why don't we do the 50-50 first?
All right.
Are we ready in there?
Yep.
Okay.
How much is
Let's
it?
let our guest,
How much is it? 50-50?
297,987.
297 987.
988. Whoever bought them right before me.
I know somebody has. I gotta look at mine now.
I have 988.
I got 984. It would be my first time ever winning. This would be great. Now I'm way off. You guys got anybody have it? You gotta have it. It's 297 987.
Yeah, it'd be after me, cause I got 984.
Okay.
And I have 988.
Well, if nobody's has it, we'll go on and try another one.
297,968.
297 968. Yes?
Hey, there we go.
No? You got it? All right. What's the division here?
The man in the inky shadows.
27, I think. 28 for him and 27 for me. Or
I got 30 years. You got, what do you got there? 6. So we need to split one of those, right? You got any singles in around?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was your couple bucks.
Yeah, whatever. Keep it for the club.
All right.
This is enough for beer money.
Why don't we get the show and tell started?
All right.
4. How much do we owe Brian?
Nothing.
Huh?
Don't worry about it.
We owe Brian so much.
No, I just
Exactly.
paid him a lot.
Exactly.
So much.
So
Right.
much.
Exactly right.
In fact, so much, we cannot put a price on it.
To what?
Therefore, you know where I'm going.
I like that.
You know
Yeah.
where I'm
Oh.
going.
Oh yeah.
One time.
All right.
I was gonna wait for the line 5 deep.
leaving my name tag behind. I'm Nigel. I was looking at a YouTube of there's a channel, Make-A-Wood Bowl, Kent. You've probably seen him, and I like his enthusiasm. And he was making a cross-grain boxes quite similar to this, and so I found some cherry and some leftover maple. I'm tempted to say I need to leave the cherry to oxidize, because at the moment they look like the same species, but in time they won't. So I am wondering about that. And then, so I made a set of 4 of these because I found that I had 4 pieces. And then I had 2 pieces of cherry with just a lovely bit of figure that I fished out of the pile behind Joe's shop. And a friend of mine gave me some rosewood, so I just made a couple of bling bowls and a little bit of dogwood for that handle.
How do you know it's dogwood?
I cut the tree myself.
You can tell by the bark.
Okay, I'm leaving now.
You got
You got me.
Mark Levan, cherry bowl for Make-A-Wish. Just finished it, buffed it last weekend. Came out pretty good. And I made 7 French rolling pins for the fair from the wood I had laying around down the basement. Different sizes, different diameters.
Thank you.
Bob Stalin's throwing utensils everywhere. Okay.
Oh, you really are.
You're stick with it. I know. There's one under Joe's.
Oh, and
So,
That should have magnets.
they're slippery, I know. You told me that. We've been involved in the fair doing, helping them with their charcuterie competition. These are the 2 prizes that they're going to be getting for that. So we have a walnut cutting board with walnut utensils and a little walnut bowl. It also has incense in it for putting, like olives, nuts, whatever. And then the other one is cherry and beech. The bowl is magnetic, so when we display it, it doesn't fall out. And it also comes with utensils. So there is some turning on this stuff. And I'll be dropping this off to the fair, and they'll use it for that. I also, if anybody's doing anything like this, I found some really neat bags, and I'll have this over here, and I'll put these away, but they're a small bag. It's like a clear gold material that you can see through, and if I hang the utensils, that way everything stays with the board that you're doing, and you don't have to worry about it getting dislodged, okay? Thanks.
hey.
Hi, Rick Rosa. These are a couple ambrosia maple bowls that I made. I've got like 6 more of these, rough turned and dried, so most of them will be making their way to Nigel's house before the fair.
All right.
And these were sanded to 320. I used Yorkshire grit and the doctor's walnut oil. They haven't been buffed or anything, so they're just kind of a smooth, dull finish right now.
The only problem, Rick, is if you give them to me, then they'll never get to the fair because my wife will buy them from inventory.
Well, that's not bad. And you just
That's all right.
give the money to Make-A-Wish.
Just bring the money to me, and I'll
How we get
Okay.
As long as they're sold, they're sold.
Put that in your, there you go.
Thank you.
And that's why we send the best work to your house, because your wife will buy it.
I'm Ward Beaton. We've got more of these weed pots from back there for the fair. I generally just try to find anything that's contrasting colors and glue them together. This one I showed a couple months ago. This is the only thing I ever made out of green wood. I think this was only cut 2 or 3 days before I turned it. I didn't know if it was going to split or not. I think I told you that at the time. And it hasn't split at all, so
That's great.
I guess it can go to the fair. too.
That's beginner's luck.
I think so.
What kind of wood?
This? I don't know.
Joe's. I remember 1 and 2. For 2, we're making a chess set for the fair. I'm making all the pawns. They look alike. I made them all the same. Right?
Well, particularly when you do
Are
that.
they 2 1/4, 2 1/2?
Do 2 1/4. This is a box I made that holds cigars. Real easy project, but I have a lot of friends that smoke cigars and drink bourbon, so I made that. This is another thing we do for Roswell. These are wig holders for Roswell. We'll be taking a load in for July. If anybody wants to make them, let me know. I'll pick them up. Take them in.
Gary,
And-
you might just want to explain to the new people when you said 1 and 2. They probably don't know what you mean.
There's a club in Hamburg. At one time, this club was limited to 80 members. You couldn't get in this club. So they started another club in Hamburg. And from there, Lockport started, and Pembroke started, and a lot of clubs started around the area. So I live out in Orchard Park, so I belong to both clubs.
So a quick story about the wig holders. Last year, or the year before, I think it might have been, I turned a couple, turned it over to them. One of the women that got one of the ones I turned found me on Facebook and messaged me how much this changed, things for. It was such a heartfelt message that she would look for the person who did that one and come back and talk to him about it. So everything we do with charity, people they appreciate it so much, and so it's a relatively easy turn, but it's fun. You can use multiple types of wood, and
This is sycamore.
yeah.
I had a friend who was taking care of my sister-in-law who had a friend that had breast cancer. So I went downstairs, I said, take this to her. She took it to her. She said she cried and cried and cried. She said she was divorced, there was nobody taking care of her, and she was just a stranger taking care of her. I got one more thing.
That's for vampires. No.
Dean Cole out in Hamburg, out in Eden, has 2 boxes of these. There must be, Dave, 50 of them, 60 of them. He's giving them away. Anybody needs spindles, you can make this out of it. Just cut them down. You can use any part of it. But if anybody needs spindles, get a hold of me. I got spindles.
Very good.
Thanks, Gary.
Thank you.
I'm David Vossi. Had some time on my hands, so I decided to make some boxes with had a lot of spare little pieces of wood laying around. So I went to Home Depot and got some Wonder Board, dry erase board, real thin, 1/8 inch, nice and flat, easy to make bottoms out of, no finish required. It's like $8 for a 2x4 panel, so that's where the bottoms came from. Then I get to get creative with the tops and do some veneer marquetry, just a little bit of inlay. And I did some years ago, and I ended up looking through my veneer, and I found a circle that I had made. So I took some mahogany, and then once I did that, now I've got a mahogany circle. So then I had to make another one. It's a never-ending circle once you start on those. And the framework. Sometimes I have the top with a little rim to fit in the box, and I figured why not just make the top fit onto the box. So I've made about 20 of these so far for the Make-A-Wish. I don't know how many are going to make it there. I wish. But yeah, so that's my contribution, just doing a little bit of inlay and
Beautiful work. Thank you.
Thank you.
Did you tell the new members who your dad is?
My dad was Jim Vossi, who taught here. I've been in this room since I was 4 years old, and joining this club has just been a blessing for my mind. Thank you all.
Well, I took a challenge.
What about the challenge?
mahogany burl. It's given to me. I spent about 13 hours hollowing the inside of this thing. Used every damn different kind of tool I could possibly imagine to hollow it. I decided not to go too damn thin. I didn't have the heart to cut it up and make multiple pieces, so I wanted to make something nice and big for it.
You
I
did.
found a spot for it as soon as I finished it. This was the bowl that I demonstrated last month, which I finally hollowed out. The rest of it, it was the 3-part bowl, but made it look like 4 parts by a bowl inside of the bowl. So that's the finished product with the jig that I was using to demonstrate. So. That's it.
Beautiful. Thank you. Is that everybody? Okay, well, I want special thanks for Robin. She took with the picture tape. I'm going to have you pull the winner for the. Oh, this is 298000. This is for the whoever brought in stuff for the show and tell.
It's a gift certificate, right?
Oh, we do?
I believe I'm
I didn't see
000.
it.
They said to bring something for show and tell.
Yeah, well, let's get Nate's
All
up
your
here.
stuff on the table and I wanted to hide it under the table. So
Nate, did you get a ticket?
this started off as a piece of elm that Mother Nature dropped in my backyard over the winter. And I've been having fun lately trying to do stuff with inclusions. Example. And then the top was another piece of elm. More like elm than the other piece. And I decided to go whimsical with the
Thanks.
Hey, Nate. Nate. Nate, did I give you a ticket? Did I give you a ticket for the show and tell? Or is this? Okay, now we're allowed to choose. Now we got our vote. Okay, 297907. This is for show and tell. You got it? Right. There you go.
Ah!
Gift card.
Yeah, that was
All right, why don't we take a couple minute break?
that was cold out.
Keep it short, and then we'll
Great
get
card.
Brad up here, and we'll do our thing. Give you these back now, because I don't think anybody else is coming in.
Everyone else just walked in, I thought, with a bunch of stuff.
Oh, great.
For the free people online.
Yeah. Okay. Don't let me walk out of here with it. Okay.
I think everyone has one of these.
Perfect. Thank you for doing that. I'm going to let you pull the numbers too.
Oh, you're too kind.
I know.
So what if I pull mine?
That's fine. I could care less. You could pick again then.
There you go. All right. So what you do is, you take cash card, cash. Yeah, we don't have real cards.
Right, Joe? I just told you.
You don't have 15
What is, if you have it in inclusions or something, what do we fill it with? It's easier, I can
It doesn't matter. So I need some information from you.
So, how's it going?
I'm making it official.
Yeah. It'll be fun at Quincy's next week. So right now, Quincy's at the AAW Symposium in South Carolina. He's down there on
Do you think it's
scholarship from the AAW for emerging artists. So he goes and he works with some of the current master turners and stuff like that. Yeah, and then he'll, to Quincy, we won't be able to shut him up.
So
I'm bringing a cot instead of a chair so I can go to
next to
sleep
your at the
at
address,
the end
put
of
your
it.
zip code too.
An unrecoverable.
And I gotta get you.
I would say.
So with your paid membership, when you go into Rockford,
Just now.
right?
Yeah, I would log out, log in again, just sit here. And
I tried it twice.
Now remember, I have to try and click that into my.
Pictures are good.
I was a science teacher, not an English teacher.
Pretty sure.
Okay.
If you could forward them to Max, that would be great. 'Cause I don't think I have.
Yeah.
But I was seeing like trying to sign up.
let me see if I can sign in.
I've seen English teachers with one handwriting.
It is much more common these days with all the typing.
Of course, what happened is if I can't decipher it, I'll call you.
I will warn you, I have an out of area number.
That's all right.
Not often a problem anymore.
Honestly, so that's your membership card. Put your name on there. That's good for a year, or till January, I should say. And then next year your dues will be 30 in January.
Thank you. I think
Yeah.
it's not too. All right.
But I just wanted to let you guys know that some people.
Yeah, let me go in as me and then try.
Grab Android. I haven't been using it. All right, let's bring it back over. We're going to get started. Brad has a curfew.
Yeah, how long do you want me to go?
Whatever it takes you.
Okay.
I know how you talk.
I do talk.
Whatever you're comfortable
No, he's dead. That's for that.
All right. All right, guys. And everybody, make sure you check out the library. It's got some great books over there. So, good reference.
Check it for
Oh, hey Bob. Jeez.
Ooh, that's wet.
That's me. That was Nigel.
Nigel.
The tickets they're in the other box.
Down there?
Yeah. We need one more.
One more. Where?
Does everybody have tickets for the drawing?
Go-
Pepper, did
go-
you get a ticket? Yeah.
It's a free drive. Yeah. There you go, sir.
Here.
There you go. Where's your?
It goes with him.
It's a little bit more than that.
This is a winner right here, I can tell.
So I won a cutboard last time.
Doesn't need more than that.
Yep.
Yeah,
You need another one?
yeah, because I threw mine out when I had all
All right.
all the
Get one more ticket.
Thank you so very much.
You got it. Anybody else need a ticket?
Yeah, and I got
Yeah,
one.
Marty.
I think we had some sawdust somewhere.
Here you go, Pete. I got some more for you. What
All right.
happened?
I know I gave him one, but he can't find it.
Better split
Give me
this.
one of them.
Yeah. Here you go, Pete.
Thank you.
Give that to him, would you? All right. Very good.
Thank you.
Okay. So thanks for having me. I see a lot of very familiar faces. Some not so familiar. No angry faces, so that's good. My name's Brad. I'm from Rockler Woodworking up on Transit Road. I've been there for about 9 years. Store's been there. We just celebrated 35 years this year. So people come past there every day. I almost hear somebody say, I've driven past here for 15 years and had no idea what this place is. So we all know what it is, but it's new to many. So anyways, I brought a bunch of giveaways for you guys. I am not dragging any of it back out through another parking lot, so we're going to pick until it's gone. But Bob and Pete asked me to talk about finishes and finishing. And I've done this, I think I've made all the rounds so far. I kind of feel like I'm preaching to the choir when I talk to you guys. Some of you have maybe heard it before. And if you have, sorry. I will ask that you please ask questions and interject what you know. I learn as much from you as you could possibly learn from me. So don't be afraid to stick your hand up or just yell out if you have a question or a comment. So, all right. So finishes, the big enigma is, you know, when I started this, when I was a kid, it was you sanded to, you couldn't stand it anymore, normally about 150, maybe 220. You stopped and you slapped some stain on it, you put some poly on it, and you got what you got. And then we started watching Norm Abrams on TV, and he was making this cool looking stuff, and it looked really nice, and we started learning, playing, and practicing, figuring it out. So I'm going to take you through kind of much of what I know. Hopefully it's all right. If it isn't, feel free, but I do try. So why don't we talk a little bit about finishing the wood. I teach a class. In the first half hour of the class, we talk about actual sanding and preparing the wood for accepting a finish. One of the neat things about working at Rockler is I get to go to Festool in Indianapolis every couple of years, and they do workshops on different things. But I would say that Festool is probably as good as anybody for knowing how to sand wood. That's kind of their game. Generally speaking, the way that they have taught me to do it is you start at 80, half of 80 is 40. So your next grit, your next step in paper, 80 plus 40 is 120. So you go from 80 to 120. Sand. Half of 120 is 60. So 120 plus 60 is 180, right? And you keep going until you get it. We all know that if you start at 60 and jump to 300, it's going to be a long day on 300. You know, you got to catch it up. So that's how they taught me to do it. And then they finish with a water pop. All of our class projects, we do tap water. Generally speaking, we do not go over 220. We stop at 220, 180, depending on how things are going. And we take tap water and we soak it. And you know that that's going to raise the grain on your finish. Let it dry. It only takes 15 minutes, if that. And then you just very simply come back with where you stopped. So if you stopped at 220, you take your 220 one last time and you sand it smooth. And you will get a very smooth finish. I see the finishes over here. I think, again, I'm preaching to the choir, but that's how we do it, and it works every single time. So someone was talking about going up 300s and whatnot. I stop everybody in the classroom at 220 at most, because we all know wood is like a bundle of straws. And if you sand and polish those straws closed, it's not going to accept anything coming into it. So if you're planning to stain, you need to get off of the sandpaper at least by 220, if not 180. Otherwise, you're going to get splotches. One of the reasons that the maple is as difficult as it is to stain is it's very, very dense. It's a hardwood, and it's so dense it doesn't accept the stain evenly. So, sanding, prepping, I tell my sons, when you think you're done sanding, you need to sand a little bit more, and that's just kind of the way it is. You never really sand too much, I don't think, okay? So now you've prepped your wood, and you're deciding you're going to put a stain on it. Your wife wants it to be, whatever color she wants it to be, and that's fine. Sanding sealers. I never was into sanding sealers until I started working at Rockler, and I didn't bring sand. I did some. They can be called a bunch of different things. My father used to just take mineral spirits, and that was his sanding sealer. He just rubbed it, soaked the wood down, and came back with the stain, and it worked fine. Nowadays we have other things. The bullseye shellac, everybody has this in the shop, I'm certain. This is an excellent sanding sealer. General Finishes, they have conditioners and it's all the same stuff. All you're doing is evening out the pores on the wood that's going to allow it to take that stain, or more even, I guess is the way to put it. And it's not going to soak in so fast so that you have a chance, if you turn it loose, that you're not going to ruin your piece. We've all hit it, and you have a big old dark splotch and everything else is light. Well, that's because you didn't use some type of a sanding sealer before, okay? So sanding sealers are critical. And then from there, the other thing that people miss on sanding sealers is they'll wait till tomorrow to use it. You got to read the can. It tells you if you don't use it within 2 hours, you got to re-up, okay? If it's dry, it doesn't work anymore, all right? So it's important that with a sanding sealer or a conditioner, whatever you want to call it, follow the directions on the can, and that way you'll get a little bit better results. So once you've sealed it, you can then go ahead and get your stain out. Make sure you mix your stain thoroughly, obviously. And there's a whole bunch of different ways to get to where you're going. There are water-based stains that I hate. We live in Western New York, and when this stuff freezes on my trucks, I throw out probably as much of it as I sell because it gets lumpy and chunky, and I get very upset customers because they got home with a $40 can of lumpy stain. The nice thing about this, there's no VOCs. It's honestly, I would argue that it is food grade. Really, any of this, once it's cured, is food grade in my opinion. You're not going to eat the bowl, but on the other hand, you don't want something that's really stinking up the house. Low VOCs, dries super, super quick. I don't like it because it's blotchy. It's hard for me to work with, okay? But I do have people coming and looking for it every day because they're afraid of the VOCs. They have small kids, health issues in the house, or they just don't want to breathe in the stink, okay? Then it's the old tried and true oil-based stain that I didn't bring. Okay, oil-based stain is oil-based stain. When I was in high school, our teacher literally took pine tar and mineral spirits and stained stuff with it, and it was beautiful. So anything that has a pigment to it, a color to it, and you thin it, you can stain wood with, okay? I like it when you come and buy the $40 little cans from me, but you can certainly do it a bunch of different ways. Generally speaking, an oil-based stain is what we all learned on. Easy to work with, fairly innocuous. It does have VOCs, so people get a little bit. Everybody know what a VOC is? Volatile organic compound. Causes cancer. Okay. Well, in California, it causes cancer. Here, not so much. New York State is getting more and more twitchy about VOCs and what I'm allowed to bring in and sell. So sometimes I'll have guys coming in looking for gallon-sized jugs of things that we offer. I can't get it for you because New York says you're not allowed to bring it here. I can sell you 4 quarts, but I can't sell you 1 gallon. Okay? All right. So Gel stain, something fairly new. If you've ever seen a gel stain, if you want to open this, you can. Has everybody seen what gel stain looks like? It looks like pudding, okay? It has dryers in it, so it's almost a paint. And where it was developed was for refinishing cabinets and flooring. People don't want to strip their cabinets the whole way back to bare wood. They still want to be able to see the wood. So that's where gel stain comes from. You can do a lot of really neat things with gel stain. You can layer it and all of that. For the right application, it's the right stuff. It has dryers. If you'll notice, regular oil stains, even after 2 weeks, you touch it and it's still tacky, right? This is not that. It dries, okay? Both really should have a varnish over the top of them. You could probably get away with maybe not using a varnish on top of a gel stain, okay? That's it for gel stains. So, dye stain and pigmented stain. So, well, dyes and pigments. A dye is a chemical process that they create a color and then they put it in some type of a suspension, okay? A pigment is actually a pigment that they put into a suspension. Pigments are wildly expensive compared to a dye stain. This little bottle is twice as much as this, okay? This will not fade with time. Over time, a dye stain is going to fade on you, okay? So if it's going to be sitting on a windowsill, if it's going to be outside, if it's going to be, really anywhere, it's going to change its color. So when you go to a Home Depot and you see they've got Varathane for 14 bucks and Rockler's got Old Masters for 45 bucks, dye stain versus pigment stain, okay? All right. This is a lot of fun. I was working on doing a piece of flamed, it didn't dry fast enough, so I didn't bring it with me tonight. But anyhow, so any questions on stains? That's the 5,000 foot look at them. Yes, sir.
Have you ever used beet juice to stain?
Beet juice? I haven't used beet juice. I've done ebonizing with vinegar and iron. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Beet juice. Is there something to that?
Well, you make your beet smoothie and you splash straight up beet juice.
Okay.
Rub it in and it works.
Okay, it gives it like a red hue, a red color.
Reddish purple.
Cool.
Almost purple.
Almost purple. All right, purple's good.
It'll enhance your purple heart.
Do the same thing I am.
All right, very good. Okay, so now you've got your dye on, or your stain on it. You're happy with the way it looks. You got to put a finish over the top of it. All right. So a varnish is really anything that is a film between you and the wood itself. Okay. And there's a bunch. You're back into it. There's all different types of varnishes. You get into a gel coat, which is an oil base. This would be like putting 8 coats of polyurethane down on one trip, okay? You gotta be good at this though, because it's all, you get eight sags at one time. You get one polyurethane sag is a nightmare. It's thick, okay? So, it really depends on what you're trying to make it look like. The biggest trick with this, in my opinion, our weather is so all over the board, because if you're below 70 degrees, it's going to take days to dry. And if you're above 80% humidity, it's going to take days to dry. And that's pretty much us, other than like 2 weeks a year. So I don't sell a lot of this. I think there is a place for it, but I'll be honest with you, if you said I want to build up a finish, we'd be talking more about epoxies rather than a polyurethane. They're both plastics. It's just a matter of cure time. It's a matter of how much you're going to put on at one go. This stuff I got onto when I started working at Rockler. It's expensive, but it's beautiful.
What is it?
This is Armor Seal. It's their version of. Yeah, I mean you can use it as a wipe on. You can brush it on. Generally doesn't sag too bad. It dries relatively quickly. The big thing with the drying, remember there's drying and curing, and you're going to dry, hopefully within a couple of hours. As long as you're not dry, it's collecting dust, and the dust is what draws the wet material towards itself, and that's one of the reasons you're getting the uneven finish. Okay, but it dries nice, it finishes nice. It's just very, very nice stuff to work with. Yeah, it is. It is. The water-based version of this is their High Pro. Again, extremely nice stuff to work with. This is a water-based, so you have to remember you are limited to 3 coats with any water-based. I did talk to one of the engineers from General Finishes who said that if you allow this to cure 30 days, you can go ahead and you can reapply another 3 coats to it. So you can keep building on top of those 3 coats beyond. I made the mistake at one point where I wanted a lot of coats, and this stuff is great because it dries in 15 minutes, and I put, oh my God, probably 8 or 10 coats on a tabletop. Well, it broke down and it got sticky. And I'll tell you, if you want an upset wife, give her a sticky kitchen table. It just, yeah. So,
Does it spray?
yeah, it would. I thought, do we sell a spray? No, we don't sell a spray, but yes, you can absolutely spray this. They also have an extender for it, so that if you don't want it to dry real quick. You know, sometimes when you're atomizing stuff, it dries too quickly for you. So there is an extender available for it also. While we're on the subject of varnishes, just throwing this out here, this time of year people are in here, they're trying to do their yard furniture. The only product that I sell, well, that's not true. I do have spar varnish also. This and spar varnish are the only 2 varnishes that I sell for outdoor applications. Has to have a UV inhibitor in it. If it doesn't, we all know what happens to plastic when it's out in the sunlight. Okay, so if you're putting it on a door, if you're putting it on a picnic table or whatever, you have to have something with a UV inhibitor in it. Okay, and that's where spar varnish, and I would probably push you towards spar varnish all the time anyways for outdoor stuff. So then there's the epoxies, and there's a multitude of different epoxies that we sell. And it really comes down to what you're trying to do and where you're trying to go with it. A penetrating epoxy like this is for something very porous. If you're trying to stabilize something, wormholes, maybe something that's a little punky, you're trying to get it to come back that you can work with it. It's not cactus juice. You guys are all Turners, so I know everybody knows what cactus juice is. Does everybody know what cactus juice is? No. Cactus juice is a 2-part epoxy chemical that only hardens or cures when you heat it up. So you actually have to put it in an oven and warm it to whatever the temperature is. This does not do that. The viscosity on cactus juice is much thinner, so when you put it into a vacuum chamber, it draws into the center of your piece, whereas this, you're probably not going to get that kind of performance out of it. Okay. Same idea, just different application. Tabletop epoxies. Pete, I brought this because didn't you do something with tabletop epoxies? What were you making your mugs out of?
I just use Pens Plus on them. Those tumblers, that tumbler.
Yeah, I thought you were loading those with epoxy. No?
Nope.
Okay. All right. It's a thinner viscosity epoxy. Tabletop is going to look a lot like the stuff they have on this is some type of an epoxy they put on the floor here. But when you go into a bar, that thick plastic top that's on all the bar tops is what tabletop epoxy ends up looking like. I was thinking of it, and I haven't tried this, I probably ought to sometime, but if you could figure out a way to put it on the inside of a mug or a cup so you had some type of a liner. The problem with mugs is they leak eventually, right? So, I don't know, something I got to play with.
Hooked up this rotating thing that he can chuck his piece in there, and it'll sit there and turn.
Who does this?
Brian,
Oh, okay.
He just stepped out.
Okay.
So what he did, he took basically a motor like they use for the tumblers for, when you put the epoxy on the outside.
Yeah.
Well, it took a motor and configured it so it would hold a standard chuck from a lathe, so he could, while the cup was still in the chuck, on the chuck.
Uh-huh.
Put the epoxy on the inside so it would spin.
Okay.
So
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nova, before they went out, one of their last generations of lathes had one of their lathes that would turn at, I think they said 16 RPM. So it was just creeping around, and that was the idea, is that you could put a finish that you wouldn't get sags in. So great idea, but didn't save their business. So
Yeah, I've used the penetrating one. Great block on that, but you're right, you can't go too thick on it. So if it's something that you're gonna haul out, I usually rough shake my thing and then do it.
Oh, and then you come back. Okay.
And then come back. That way I can get it from the inside and the outside.
Right, right.
That'll solidify
Okay.
it, and then once it's dry, I'll finish the turning.
Okay. All right. I like it. All right. So that brings us through varnishes and stains. Any questions on any of that? Comments? Did I miss it? Am I missing anything? Nothing. All right, Pete, let's pick some tickets. Wake these guys up.
first ticket, last 3 numbers, 180.
All right, come pick a prize. I know, pressure. Keep it. Yeah, let's do 4 or 5 of them.
All right.
Bob.
184.
184.
Go up there and grab a ticket.
184.
Nobody's 184. Oh, you got one? Great. All right, Marty. All right, Pete, go ahead. Yeah.
I get another check.
191.
There's your cigars with that.
191.
191.
So you can put it in.
191. No?
191.
Oh, perfect. All right, David.
Oh,
What do you want?
jeez.
There you go.
Here, this goes with it.
199.
What is it?
It's finish. It's floor finish.
All
Yeah.
right. Now I'm finished.
199.
199.
No? All right, one more.
182.
Accelerator. 2-part.
182. Come on up.
182.
Come on up.
That it for now?
Well, keep going. I don't care.
All right.
I'm going to knock him on the floor if I keep talking over him.
179.
Let your wife see it.
If you want to pass that around. Clamps, clamps. All right.
Can never have to.
Everybody needs clamps. One more, Pete.
All right. 186.
186.
I can't read. Yeah, you're small.
186 left.
186. 188.
All right.
Dorkin, there's
Thanks.
dragons and holy faith, Woodturners, Gold, and Dine. Zeus, not Oh, in water, There, it's
Perfect. All right.
Indoor air comfort.
Okay, so now let's jump back in time and talk about finishes that they used a long time ago. So back in the whenever, the Dutch were trading with the world, and they wheel into Asia to find that their boats, the Asian boats, are all in good shape. They're not rotten, they're not bug eaten, and they wanted to know what happened, why. And the traders that the Asians were said, well, we put tung oil. All right. So tung oil, which is this stuff, is pressed out of a tree, an Asian tree, and then they heat it up and it cures, it dries. Okay. So the marketers and the merchants that the Dutch are bring it back to Holland, put a varnish in it, and coin it Danish oil, and that's where it came. That's where Danish oil came from. So this is tung oil with some type of a polymerized varnish in it and a stain. All right, I had a guy call one day and he was mad because he wanted a rubbed oil finish, so he bought this, and it shined. Well, he put a varnish on it. Of course it's going to shine. That's what he bought. So kind of a hybrid between the two. Gun makers will use this kind of stuff because they want the hard tung oil finish, but they want a little bit more of a shine to it. We sell a shockingly large amount of this stuff, which I was surprised.
Good stuff.
It is good stuff. So then, Waterlocks, which has been around forever and ever and ever, is tung oil and mineral spirits. And this, up until probably 10, 15 years ago, was the go-to for woodworkers that wanted a hand-rubbed finish, all right? Tung oil is very thick. The consistency probably of like a maple syrup, and you need to thin it with something. So what Waterlocks did was they thin it with mineral spirits. Well, there's VOCs and mineral spirits, and now everybody, you know. So it used to be for countertops, for butcher blocks, for that kind of thing. They Waterlocks it. 30 days, it's cured. Everybody's happy. But now, with all, like I say, of all the concern about the VOCs and whatnot, it's not so much this anymore. But Waterlocks is nothing but tung oil and mineral spirits. Super, super simple to apply and to use. Has everybody used some type of a tung oil or an oil finish?
Yesterday.
Yeah. If you haven't, I would implore you to try it. Once you start using it, you're done with varnishes. It's just that nice. So the board I'm passing around, Nick did, and that is, you'll see the P-touch on the top of the different finishes that are on there. The back was the test. The front, there you go. But if you look at it, you'll see that you can bring a sheen up with an oil, a rubbed oil finish. That does not, none of those have wax on them yet. So, but we have that there to kind of show people because they want to decide which one they want to go with. When you're doing a rubbed oil finish, you do want some penetration into the wood. Do not go over 200 with sanding. You want to leave the pores as open as you possibly can. Absolutely do a water pop though, because this is water-based product. You're trying to mitigate that expansion of the grain when you hit it with the oil and the water mix, okay? And keep everything as smooth as you can. So then the other oil varnish is Tried and True. Again, beautiful, beautiful stuff, very pricey, but very, very nice stuff to work with, very forgiving. The nice thing about all of these that we're continuing to talk about here, you don't get lap lines. Everybody know what I mean by a lap line? You don't get lap lines, you don't get sags, you don't get dust sticking to your, it's just great. You don't have to worry about dust. You slap it on, wipe it off, and you're done. So then we move to more of a straight up hard oil finish. Boiled linseed oil I brought. This is the stuff that will catch fire in your rag bin, so be careful with it. I use it on wood carving as a sanding sealer before I start to paint the little figures, okay? But you do have to be careful with it. It is, you know, they say it is waterproof once it's cured. Some say it's not, I don't know. Certainly does a nice finish for you. Simple to use, smells good, non-toxic. What else you got? Okay?
Does linseed oil darken more than any other oil over
So
time?
that right there is boiled linseed, the second one from your right. That. So, and that's just on a piece of cherry that was not very well sanded before we put the oil to it. So I'm going to say no. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, I think it would probably depend on what you're putting it on, right? But I don't think that would be the only real reason that I don't like it is I think it's dangerous. You know, you throw the rag and you're not careful with it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to burn my shop down. So, and I hear those stories. I get about 3 guys a year that have lost $1 million shops that, you know.
Wow.
Yeah. So it does happen.
So how do you get rid of your rags?
We sell a can on our website. You know, Bob, it's as simple as opening it up and just letting it dry. Okay. But when you do this, okay, and it's tight and it doesn't breathe, yeah.
Especially outdoors would be nice too. All my regs go outdoors. I throw out in the driveway
Sure.
and they dry.
Or in a fireplace or a wood firebox, you know, any of that kind of stuff. But we sell a container that you can.
Yeah, I remember back at Chapin one time they used to have a fireproof container with a little bit of water in the bottom.
There you go.
Just for that purpose.
Right. And it was kind of a science experiment. Who knows what it's going to smell like, right? All right. So. When you're working on the next group of things, you can polish and buff them throughout the process with Scotch-Brite. The different colors of Scotch-Brite are different grits. It's that simple, okay? I guarantee you if you pick up a can of tung oil in my store, somebody's going to say, do you have Scotch-Brite for it? And it's the way you apply it. You buff it afterwards with it. If you have to do any sanding is what you use for it. With Scotch-Brite, there's no metal or silica in it, so you're not going to get any discoloration from your chemicals that you're applying to finish the wood. Okay, if you use steel wool, it's iron, so you could get rust spots. If you use silica products, you can get silica will stain as well. So, okay. All right. Let's talk about hardening oils. So, question comes up a lot about hardening oils. So Rubio is linseed oil with an activator. Natura is linseed oil with an activator. Hard general finishes, I want to say is tung oil, but I'm not certain, but it comes, you can buy an activator for it. The reason you want the activator with these is time. Hardening oils, generally, they'll dry to the touch in a couple of hours to a day, but they don't fully cure, all right? So it takes about 30 days to 6 weeks for them to actually finish and cure. These guys were brought on as floor care companies. You can't be off of your floor for a month, right? So that's where the activator will speed up the process and get it done. They say 5 to 7 days, okay? The question arises very often, these are not a shiny finish, and people want shine sometimes. Once you put this on an item, you cannot put polyurethane, you cannot put any urethane over it, you're done. You can put a wax over it, but it's going to come off. The only way to get back to having a shiny finish is to sand it all the way back to the wood and go again. So super, super, super durable, very easy to use, takes a little bit of time to cure, but you better be sure it's what you want because it's a nightmare to get rid of, okay? Well, it's a lot of work to get rid of. Osimo is the new one that's coming on. I think this is going to be the one that everybody's going to be looking for here in the next probably year or so. Very, very simple to use, absolutely non-toxic. It is tung oil with an activator in it, so it dries quickly, but it cures in about a week. I've never actually done it myself. I have seen pieces with it, and it gives you a very pretty satin look to it. Okay, so I would think probably for Woodturners, I think this would be something that you might be interested in. Okay, once it's cured, it's waterproof in essence. Okay, so you can run it through the sink if you had to. All right.
Which Osmo product is that?
This guy here is the top oil.
Top one.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know, I'm just guessing, but I see more and more people picking this up and looking for it. And really, I can tell when things are selling because I'm out of stock on it. And
There's a lot of videos comparing it to Rubio. Things like that.
yeah, Rubio has been around for years. We just started working with it a couple of years ago. It's neat because it's got a lot of different things you can do with it. You can fume, you can color things and everything. But I think it's a little bit of hubbub, to be honest with you. You know, a little trendy.
Sure, works pretty well.
Okay.
When it came out about a year and a half, 2 years ago, considerably cheaper than Rubio.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's gone up a lot.
Well, it's two brothers. They're from Turkey, and they make no bones about it. They want to take out Rubio, and you know, and price is one way to do it. You know, it's expensive, but that's for sure. So, and then Tried and True would be in the same genre as this. Tried and True is again, it's linseed oil with some beeswax in it. So again, it's a one and done, super simple to use, non-toxic, no VOCs. You know, what else you got? So then there's this stuff. $72 for this little beauty. All right. We use this in our classroom for virtually all of our classes. A little bit goes a long, long way. It should. The only thing I don't like about it is that it's got on here that it is FDA food safe. Yet there's nowhere that I can find. Pete, you and I talked about this one day in the store. What is in here? It is the world's greatest guarded secret as to what they put in Odie's oil. So don't know what it is. It's beautiful. It makes your hands nice and soft. It smells good. Don't know. It's expensive and it's nice. If you let it cure, you can buff it off in about 30 days. Add another one on and buff it in. And it really is a very nice, supple satin finish. Again, for doing bowls. One of my instructors, she is burnishing this into bowls when they're doing bowl classes, and it really does a nice job. So, very nice stuff. I find it out, it's 72 bucks, and it's the only glass jar I sell. Where you think there's a little nefarious in that, maybe? All right, Duragrit is paint. It's by Rubio Monocoat. It is, if we remember back in the day, paint was based with linseed oil. So they have this now that is for decks, it's for outdoor furniture, it's paint, okay? Again, it's a little trendy, but it's paint. And so we sell it in samples like this so you can figure out if you like it or not, and then, yeah. So, okay.
It's just the right size for your bowls.
Just the right size for your bowls. Okay. You know what, guys? I'm sorry. We should have. I showed you the bullseye shellac. You can use shellac as a finish also. French polish is shellac. We used to sell shellac flakes. That went away during COVID and never came back. Not sure why. But if you've ever heard of the term French polish, is just a shellac where you build up many coats of it. Beautiful finish. A lot of time, a lot of learning involved in being able to do that. This would probably be the closest I would have to that. Wrong. This is a sanding sealer. I'm sorry. We offer it in a yellow can and a pink can. So if you're in the store and you see them there, one doesn't have, it's de-waxed. All right. Shellac is bug poop, bug puke, whatever it is. But there's a wax in that, and they de-wax it to make it into a sanding sealer. Otherwise, it would repel your stain that you were trying to put onto it. If you want to use it as a finish, though, it's a beautiful finish. So, got that one out of sequence. All right, so oils, pure tongue oil. We talked about what tongue oil and where it comes from. This one is cut with citrus oil. So your shop smells like orange juice. It's actually kind of nice. All right, simple to use. This one is cut with, you can smell this. This is for outdoor use. It is turpentine and has pine tar in it. Do not do this in the house. It is horrible, okay? This is for outdoor use only, and that's all I'll say to that, but it definitely will stink the house up, all right? But it gives you had asked about coloring, and it does give it kind of a orange nutty color. So it definitely does a nice thing. And then Woodturners all know about walnut oil. My great-grandfather raised 8 children, and one of his businesses on the farm was making walnut oil. So, and the trees are still there. So how about that? All right. Once the tung oil has cured, it starts looking dry and tired. That's when you come back in and you use the waxes and the oils, okay? I like this. I put this over wood carvings. Does a nice job. This is citrus oil and beeswax. This is just a plain old beeswax that is cut with mineral oil, so it softens it. You buff it on. Big mistake guys make with this, and I used to, is like when you're waxing a car, you wait 15 minutes after you put 20 minutes after you put the wax on. You don't buff it off immediately. If you put the wax on and do not buff it immediately, or do not wait for it to set, you just take it right back off. So when you put a wax on, you let it set for a half hour and then come back and buff it off. And I brought this one because, believe it or not, there is a vegan-friendly wax that we sell. So, to be fair, it's carnauba wax, so it's harder. But one of the selling points here is it's vegan-friendly. So I think we've jumped the shark on the vegan stuff. So anyhow, and that's it. I got it down to half of what it used to be. So beautiful. I am not taking this stuff with me. So.
Do you guys have any questions for Brad about anything to do with these or other finishes that you use?
Brad, you don't sell grain filler, do you?
We do.
You do?
Yes, we do.
A couple different colors, dark and light?
So yeah, if you're going to do grain fillers, we sell it as just white or clear. All right.
Really?
If you wanted to make a grain filler, I think your dad taught me that you take wood filler and you just water it down, and you can fill grain with if you want to do it that way. So.
Wow, he never told me that.
he said, "Don't tell my son David," but. So I have a great Jim Vossi story. We were having an event, and I said, Jim, would you, because he didn't normally work in the store. So I said, Jim, would you mind coming to the store and helping with the event? Because I never had enough help. He said, I'd love to, sure. So we were giving away those campfire mugs. Was anybody there the night that we did the campfire mugs, the blue mug? No? There were people lined up the whole way around to the back of the store waiting in line to get these mugs. And Jim, who never would ever say a bad thing about anyone, always just the nicest guy, I went up to, I said, Jim, you okay? What's going on? He goes, I'm great, but these people are animals. So, so yeah, I miss Jim. I miss your dad. He's a good guy. So, all right, anything else? Yes?
You didn't mention general finishes sellable. I'm pretty much a novice.
Yeah.
Finishing.
Right.
That's become my go-to.
Yeah. So General Finishes, because they do business in California, had to change the name of the salad bowl finish. Same exact product, different label. It's wood bowl finish now. Okay. Yeah. California had concerns that they would put salad bowl finish on it. So.
People were dressing their salads with it?
I don't know. Don't get me started.
If
So.
you do that, you deserve what you get.
Yeah. Well, we're getting there. So. Yeah. So yeah. All right.
Okay.
Anything else? Nothing. All right. Beautiful.
Ready for some
Well, I have a question for you guys. We have been doing a tool swap in July with mixed results for the last several years. The first year I did it, it was great. people everywhere, and it is really, is that something that's worth doing anymore?
Yes.
Or-
What do you think, Michael?
yeah, I know. See,
I
that's,
pulled up with that truck full of full-size equipment last.
yeah, he did.
Yeah,
That was Scott.
impressive.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't know what he sold. I mean, that's some.
I
I
bought
know
a
somebody
band
that
saw.
bought something.
Did you?
And
Okay.
haven't got it to run yet.
Oh, you're kidding.
Oh,
The, the guide rollers for the blade.
Yeah.
The top ones are lined up perfect. The bottom ones are off.
Really? Why?
I just wonder if that's why you put it up for sale.
Scott's in the store all the time. He's a good guy. I don't think that's why he would have done that. I know that he was working for Stately Builders as one of their cabinet makers, and then he went out on his own. And when he did that, he bought all new machinery and did it, was what he was doing there. But okay, I'll tell him you're having a problem. So
I can't. There is adjustment on the bottom rollers, but I can't get it.
you can't get him to adjust.
In fact, it's so far off that there's below the table is a guard painted black, and it cut right into the guard.
Really? Something's not right. What's the manufacturer? What's the? You don't know.
I don't remember.
Okay.
Was it a Jets? No, it's none of these.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of 14 inch bands.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Anything else? Beautiful. Let's get rid of this stuff.
All right. Next number, next ticket, last three numbers, 187. There you go.
I'll tell you what, these festival hats are hard to come by here, so somebody better
Just
grab this.
throw it out. What is it?
If you have one, you look like you're rich too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They are
What?
proud of their stuff.
Oh, yeah.
178.
I'll put it with my Porsche hat.
that's festival map.
Somebody was
my
telling me
uncle-
that they're using these bags. If you're getting into curing oils or oil
Hot
finishes,
Wheels.
are actually really cool.
What?
Saber bags?
Yeah. This
What?
is the master kit, and then this is the backup bags for it. Yeah, they are good.
196.
He just left. He just left. Gave up. I think that's the one I would pick too.
What? 183. 197.
So, let me give this guy. I can't imagine that's what it is. Or if it was, he wouldn't. So, it could be.
201.
That is
195.
You're gonna have everybody up there in a minute.
195. Okay. 198. 181.
Oh, that's me. I was going to sleep.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
189.
Thank you, sir. Well, I do. Thank you. You're in trouble if we don't bring it back.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's yours.
194.
Oh, yeah. Well, I took it. They're like, hey, whoa, whoa. Thank you.
190.
Bob, I'm gonna let you finish this up. Appreciate you being here tonight. Yeah, absolutely.
185.
Hey, 90% of the blades we send out to be sharpened only need to be cleaned.
I was hoping you'd say, in case they call 911.
Just say it.
That's a great idea. How much are they? How much are they?
We don't send, the vendor sent us that
Oh, yeah.
for the anniversary event and nobody picked it.
I don't know why. I saw it out there and I was like.
Yeah.
Are you
Guess what, Stuart
But yeah,
just paid
most of the saw blades we send out to be sharpened are just
What? What? 185. 200.